is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Friday, January 8th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Tori and Brandon. Hey. How you guys feeling?
Good. Friday, finally.
Finally?
Finally.
Yeah, this week feels like it's been 10 years.
Yeah, you got a point. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
But
that's it? You just want to do that? No jokes, Brandon?
I don't really have any jokes, but I was, when you're like, every time you say, I'm here with my friends, Brandon and Tori, I'm like, are they going to be friendly today? So,
I think we're friendly. I think we're doing a good job this year.
And not only that, even when we hate each other, I think we still love each other.
I think so too.
Okay.
I've only made fun of Tori a handful of times this whole year.
Okay.
It's only been 7 days.
That's how I wanted to start the show. It only took us 2 minutes to get into it. All right. Meghan Markle's family seems to be turning against her again. So get this. According to Us Magazine, her father, or is it US Magazine or Us Magazine?
Us Magazine.
It's Us Magazine. Okay. Her father, Thomas Markle, says he is pleased about an upcoming tell-all book about the Duchess written by his other daughter, Samantha. You guys remember her. The book called The Diary of Princess Pushy's Sister, Part 1, is set to be released on January 17th. Samantha hasn't been shy about speaking out about her half-sister and has given interviews criticizing Meghan and Harry's decision to step back from their role as senior royals. All right, hold on, I got a little bit more. Meghan has been estranged from Samantha for years and claims to barely know her. How many copies is she going to sell, and who's buying this book?
She's going to sell a lot.
Really?
This is what we live in, Jeff. Like, just think. Remember when we were doing a story, it was a reboot of a show or whatever, and we all came in and was like, oh, it was a pretty good show. I'm glad they did that. What do we highlight? The negative tweets. What gets the most attraction? The negative tweets. So especially when you're talking about someone that's so hot when it comes to being in the press and knowing that if you name drop this person, you're gonna get retweets. You're gonna sell books, sell copies. This would she needs to go away. She needs to go away. But I think this is going to be a hot thing because now that they've left the royals or the royal family or whatever, people think that they are now even more fair game. And why not get it from someone who can claim to be so close to the source?
Because I think it'll sell 0 copies. I think it'll sell none. Because the source, no one trusts. This woman is a known liar. She has said she has MS, then she has problems with wheelchairs, then she's not in a wheelchair, then she lies about Meghan, then she lies about herself. I don't think anyone in their right mind trusts this person to write an actual memoir if the name of it is My Pushy whatever. That's not like a actual memoir. So I think it's going to be a complete bust.
Listen, I want to be on your side.
Sure.
I really do. I really do. But unfortunately, I hate it. I hate it, and not because I hate you. I hate what you're saying. It's right. Meghan Markle was possibly one of the most attacked people in 2020, at least according to her. Negativity sells, man, and I wish it didn't. I really wish it didn't. How do you think these tabloids stay alive for so long? How do you think all these clickbait articles get the most attention? We lead news stories with them sometimes. I want to be with you, Tori. I'm very hopeful, very optimistic. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be like a bestseller, even if it's all junk.
And what I think is that we all played this Samantha Markle out, and I don't think anyone is interested. Now, I could be dead wrong, but I think the source of her is so irritating and distrustful to people that no one's going to spend their money.
But Tori,
I could be wrong.
I want you to be right.
I could be wrong.
No. Who cares about the source? Why care about the truth if the lie is
because
more
we know so
entertaining?
much that Meghan and Samantha haven't been in contact. So how much can she possibly know?
We do because this is what we do. We research relationships. We research
But I mean, they're
what
public.
we're talking
That's
about.
pretty public. Their feud. They haven't spoken in a long, long time.
Right,
She was
so
not
how
invited to the wedding.
But it's the same with the Trump thing. If you write something about Trump or you're related, I forgot.
Mary Trump.
Mary
his
Trump
niece.
came out with a book. Wasn't that a bestseller?
Yeah, because you trust that the niece had spent time around President
See,
Trump.
as soon as it goes to politics, you're on board.
No, I just don't think Samantha. I don't think Samantha and Meghan have spent any time with each other.
Mary knows a lot about Donald either.
Well, she grew up with him.
So she grew up with her.
Okay, that's fair.
Kinda.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be a
Wow,
hit.
you're so politically slanted.
No, I just think
Crazy.
it's not political. I just think Samantha is someone who just wants to dump dirt, and Mary Trump had something interesting to say. Now, maybe that's double standard.
Hey, I hope you're right,
double.
Tori.
First double standard of the year, Tori.
I'll take it.
All right, let's get off of this one. Good conversation.
Yeah,
great.
I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how many books are going to sell or not sell. Taraji P. Henson revealed that she lied to her son about her father's death. During a recent episode of Peace of Mind with Taraji, the actress said she told her son when he was just 9 that her father died in an accident. When his father died in an accident, when in reality he was really murdered.
Wow.
She said her son, who is now 26, later found out the truth, which caused a rift in their relationship. This is a tough one, man, because you don't. Oh, sorry.
You know, I didn't want his joy to leave, and it did.
Yeah.
And I have so much guilt because I wish I had known what I know now because I would have handled things differently. You know, maybe we wouldn't have struggled so much, and that's why I go so hard for mental health because we don't know.
Sorry, I kind of talked over that a little bit. Listen, this is a tough one. I feel bad for Taraji because you don't know what the right answer is in this situation. You can't relive the past. You do what you think is right as a parent. Me being a parent, my kids are only 2 and 4. You do what's right. I haven't been in this situation, obviously, but the things you tell them along the way, you want to make sure you're being honest with them, and you also want to protect them from
And you want to be age
different things.
appropriate, right?
Right.
So let me ask you a question. Do you ever tell Lawson, because Leighton's too young to really understand, do you ever lie about like the state of the world and like what's going on? Do you ever kind of like make things more positive for him to understand?
Think about,
I guess that's age appropriate.
Listen, I don't know who's out there watching with their kids, but just think about Christmas. Okay, you kind of start your relationship off with them on that foot. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do now. Yeah,
So,
I'm not supposed to. Yes.
Yeah, so
With Santa. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't. It's a weird relationship you have with your kids because all you're trying to do is protect them. And Taraji was trying to protect her son. And I don't know, Taraji, if you were thinking this. I'm just gonna. I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure in her mind she's like, I'm gonna have to face this at some point and tell my son what happened exactly.
Yeah, I mean, at Lawson's age, Lawson's four, right?
Yes.
4. That's easy to keep that lie about Santa Claus and
what are you talking about?
That's
what
not
am
a
I
lie.
talking about? What am I talking about? I am going to get in trouble.
Don't say it on camera.
But once they get to a certain age, my nephew now, 13 years old. My nephew Cordell, I absolutely love him to death. Last time I was home for Christmas, my grandmother just told me. He broke down crying in front of everyone one time and asked, because of the George Floyd incident, can that happen to me?
Oh, man.
These kids know a lot more than what we think they know. And me being that uncle, I didn't necessarily speak to him about that. But I've spoke to him about, being a biracial kid and hey, you honor this side, but also know this side. And you're a unique kid. And you're telling these kids these things. And yes, I was trying to hold back a little bit and protect him, but he's asking me the hard questions.
Right.
And me as the uncle, my brother gave me the green light and was like, hey, be real, because I want you to have a real relationship with him. I'll clean up any other questions that he has. But I just feel like this day and age, I don't know what that age is for each kid, but I think now you have to be a lot more real with them at a younger age.
Especially social media, right? Because they can get on and see it. And they just know.
Yeah, that's my approach. There is no answer to parenting, but my approach is to be as honest as I can. Yeah. And I think of a lot of the dynamic I have in my show or in this show and how I weave around stories is kind of how I want to tell my child about it, right? Yep. So when I use that, I use how I would tell it to my child almost is how I would tell the audience, because I want to see both sides. And when I'm saying something to my kids, I want to say, listen, this is why this person's upset about this. I understand you might think this is right, but this is why. So it's weird, but it's almost childlike in the way I approach this show.
Absolutely. You don't want to indoctrinate your kids. You want to give them a choice and explain.
No, that's too big of a word.
Okay, moving on.
And if we have any little kids watching, just know that Santa Claus is real. In fact, he just texted me to come to the North Pole, so if I'm not here on Monday, it's not because I'm fired.
He's trying to save himself.
I'm going to go see Santa.
Brandon's trying to save himself now.
Yes, I am.
Wow. Wow. All right. Moving on. Emma Stone's husband we're live. Reportedly kept his marriage. Let me start that over. Brandon, what'd you say? Emma Stone's husband reportedly kept his marriage proposal low key. There it is. According to Page 6, Emma's husband proposed to her in the Saturday Night Live office where they met. Obviously, he's a director or segment director on that show, and they met in the office. Page 6 also revealed that Emma is pregnant with their first child.
Yay!
She and her husband tied the knot back in September.
Emma Stone's having a pebble.
I love Emma Stone. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. So Tori, you met your husband, I don't know, people
at work.
know, at work,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. And he was a writer and a segment director, just like this guy.
Wow.
And what's really funny is Emma Stone, with all of her popularity and being so famous, you tend to find sometimes the quieter little nerdy guys to marry and be with. It's just better. It's sometimes.
Are you saying Emma Stone's husband's a nerd?
Yeah, and I'm saying my husband's like a little nerd. I think it's just sometimes personalities, if one of them is very big, the other tends to be a little bit quieter. That worked for me and my husband, and he's like, you go do your thing, I'll be quiet.
Interesting take on that, okay? So they found love at work. How do you feel about finding love in this climate at work?
I'm not even going to touch it.
Because of Me Too?
I won't even touch it.
Ours was pre-Me Too, you're right, I hear you.
Because you just think about, let's say, the fallout. I worry about the fallout. And that fallout, you see how, I went through your phone, who is mom? You cheating on me with mom? You know what I'm saying? And then you come into work and everything is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I never want to be in that setting. I never wanted to be in that setting. And then you roll out Me Too, and it's like, well, hey, this person can leak intimate secrets about you because they're upset, with you. No, in today's age, I just think that's a no-go.
You fell in love at work.
It wasn't really work.
It was
though.
work.
You guys always reference
Trying
that.
to win Big Brother.
Yeah, but you're on a show together. You know what I mean? And then the show's going to end eventually. I always took the approach don't where you work.
Don't. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Yeah. So it was an alliance then.
But I always had that approach because, it was an alliance.
Their marriage is only an alliance from Big Brother.
Man, we got to start the show over. There's a lot of holes we need to fill in. But we're going to press forward. Coming up on DBL, what are the hottest style trends for the new year? Stephanie Jones fills us in, and Fashion Fix Friday. We get a little break.
Yes.
And then we come back with Karate Kid star Ralph Macchio gets candid about why his marriage was an alliance. No, I'm just kidding. Why it stood the test of the time. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. I'm Stephanie Jones with this week's top style and beauty news, including trends to keep your eye out for in 2021. And the first celeb this year to make me say, what the fashion? It's time for Fashion Fix Friday. Now, we're only 1 week into the new year and already we've been treated to some prime time fashion blunders. Thanks to the new season of The Bachelor. Roses are red, but so are these two identical gowns. So these two contestants searching for love did find a match that evening, but it was with each other. I mean, what are the odds? I did some digging into this red hot dress and found out it's the Viva two-way gown selling for $270. I mean, at least both girls walked away with a matching accessory, a red rose. And next up, the first look this year to make me say, what the fashion, is Dua Lipa in a puff dress for British Vogue's February issue. The pop star has shared behind-the-scenes photos, and I must say, the dress looks really comfy. However, the fact remains it also looks entirely too close to an object that people use to wash their bum. I'm sorry, Dua, this dress was not washing away my distaste. And finally, new year means new fashion trends for us to try out and then in 15 years look back and say, what were we thinking? Here's what stylists are saying will be all the rage in 2021. So first up, statement sleeves. Expect to see big shoulders, 1980s style sleeves, plus oversized ruffles. And you can thank Harry Styles' 2019 Met Gala look for this trend. And next, women have worn high-waisted pants for decades, and now it's the men's turn. Think 1950s and 60s style. It is time to raid Grandpa's closet, boys, and also you can thank Harry for that trend too. And I'm noticing a bit of a pattern here. And finally, it's ready, set, go for matching tracksuits. The loungewear trend is here to stay as we continue staying safe at home. And that means getting matching tracksuits so they get another chance to take a victory lap. And Harry is not to blame for this trend. You can thank Paris Hilton in the early 2000s for that one, when she turned comfort into luxury, sparking our loungewear obsession today. I need you guys to write in and let us know, what trends do you guys want to see in 2021? That's all for this week's Fashion Fix Friday, and Daily Blast Live will be back right after this.
People.
Welcome back to DBL. Ralph Macchio is revealing the secret to his 33-year marriage. The Karate Kid star met his wife, Phyllis, back in high school when he was just 15. He told People magazine he credits his wife and family for providing the foundation to have one foot in Hollywood and one foot in reality. Because without that, there would not be balance. Sounds very Danielson, doesn't it?
Wax on, wax off. There.
Is that, could I say Danielson? Is that? I don't know. Listen. 2021, I don't know what's appropriate or what's not. All right. He also believes no matter what they encounter, they are meant to be together. That's rare in Hollywood.
Very.
Ralph found fame at the age of 22 when he started in the Karate Kid films, of course, from the 80s. Let's not forget The Outsiders. Recently, he revived the franchise with the Netflix hit Cobra Kai, which I love. I don't know if you guys are Cobra Kai fans. I make goals every year, and on my goal list of people I want to interview are Ralph Macchio and William Zabka.
Wow. Oh, the
Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah, the
I put them on there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio named his son Daniel. I think that's so cool. He has a Daniel son. That's so cute. I like that.
Are you a Karate Kid fan, Brandon? Come on.
Oh, he's not. Have you seen Karate Kid?
What do you mean? Well, yeah, wax on, wax off. That was cool.
Have you seen the Jaden one? Or
I saw that one. That one was cool. But no, the older ones, I loved it. Obviously, come on, man. I'm 36 years old. I'm not that young or that old. Like, you guys, come on.
But you don't seem that enthused.
So, on our card, for discussion, it says, what's the secret to a lasting marriage? So let's stick to the script.
You know I don't read that stuff.
You two
Jeff
American
never
ones,
reads that.
help
So
me
what
here.
is the secret? Brandon wants some advice. What's the secret to a lasting relationship?
Tone of voice. I swear to God. tone of voice.
So we would definitely not last a week.
No, we would not last one day. I think when you try to communicate and the tone is wrong, that's 99.9% of the fights. When you're like, you're yelling at me this way, or if you can sit down and communicate quietly, which is hard to do over maybe some tea or something, take a moment, that has saved my marriage when it comes about tone. And I'm talking about myself as well. Because otherwise you're coming at it at 11 when you really need to come at it from a 2.
See, that's me. And if you told me to sit down and have some tea, I'd go to a 12 and I'd
kick you out.
I'd file divorce papers. No, I think she's right. I'm joking around. Communication, I think, is the number one thing that she's getting at. Communication, be honest with each other, tell each other what is bothering you, because, listen, you're going to get on somebody's nerves. As cute as you are, you're going to get on somebody's nerves, buddy.
No, go ahead.
And vice versa.
Stop.
And also, like, I'm very codependent, and I would simply say independence is important, and to remember that. Each person needs to be okay on their own.
Yeah. And
you both have to fulfill yourself. You can't just fulfill each other's. Otherwise, it's just codependency.
You could.
Okay. Moving on.
Is that a wax on, wax off joke there?
Kinda. You can take that too.
Machi, oh no.
All right. I hope there aren't any kids watching the whole show.
Yeah, that
we
was,
took it to some
they would
weird places.
cry.
Hey, it got weird on Friday. What else?
DBL
what else
after
you expect?
dark.
That's how it goes. All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to DBL.
Ridiculous.
People love bumper stickers, but you might want to think twice about them. We're telling you why in DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. Bumper stickers could individually tell criminals all about you. Sports team stickers might reveal that you're not at home at night because you're out enjoying a beautiful game. Stickers can also reveal personal information like how many kids you have and even their names sometimes. And there are also those baby on board stickers to signal criminals that your hands could be full at your destination, which makes you an easy target. When it comes to driving for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote.
Oh man.
What's
I
wrong?
wanted to be a bumper sticker dad one day.
You did?
Yeah.
There's a part of me that also wants to be a bumper sticker person, but I just think when you have too many bumper stickers, it's a little much.
Here's my theory about bumper stickers. The more you have, the more insane you are.
What if they're all
Why
like
is that?
peace, love, coexist?
No, listen, if you got one, my kid's in honor roll. Good for you. Vote for Biden. Great. You know what I mean? Once you're past two, insanity.
Too much?
Yeah, it's insanity.
It is smart not to have the stick family because they could be like, hey, Andy, and like someone could take your kids.
I don't think putting a name on there is
Yeah,
good.
no. Smart idea.
Absolutely not. Great week, everybody.
Good week.
Just absorb the silence. We'll see you guys. Have a great weekend.
Absorb.